Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Sunday, the weekend is almost over. But while the weekend still lasts, we are gonna play some games. For today, I have decided upon a rover mechanic. It's a game I have had in my Steam account for quite a while, and I was like, why not try it? Yes. I have played a couple of like mechanic games. Rover mechanic seems like an interesting concept. Basically, I think we are on Mars and we need to fix the rovers that are roaming the planet. But we're gonna see. Tutorial missions, since you're quite a fresh engineer, you have to complete special introduction missions to learn the ropes. Follow steps like this and you'll learn more about working as a rover mechanic. Some of the steps, including this one, may contain multiple messages. Press D to view the next message. If you don't know what to do next, just look for such markers. They show your current objectives and help you keep track of your tasks. You can always press 4 to toggle the objective panel. In the top right corner of the screen, use it to check on the details of your current task. The mouse cursor changes depending on whether or not you're looking at an interactable object. The crossed out circle means you can interact with the object. Maybe you haven't unlocked the object yet, or maybe you don't meet the requirements to start interacting. A slightly transparent dot means that there is no object to interact with in your reach. Fully visible dot means that you can interact with the object you're looking at. The aforementioned side panels help you keep track of your current tasks, objectives, key bindings, and parts collecting clock. To show hide side panels, press 4, 5, or 6. Okay. I don't think we are on Earth, and at the same time, I don't think this is Mars. It's not red enough. Okay, this looks very sciencey. A tablet. Tools case and a cordless drill. Your workplace. Great, now that you have the tools, you're almost ready to start your work. Now walk around the hangar. We will explain to you that each specific device does. When you're finished, you will accept your first order. At this moment, almost all of the devices are unavailable, but we want you to know more about them. The radio, it's just a digital radio. As much as you have absolutely no use for it while repairing a rover, it is still a pretty neat device that can easily brighten your mood. Click the left mouse button to enter the radio menu, select the station that you wish to listen to, and let your hair down a little bit. Tip: the previous mechanic that worked in the hangar dropped the radio and broke it. It means fine. Seems fine, but she says it's not. Maybe you can take a glimpse and it says what the problem is. Okay, that's more my jam, but let's lower down the volume a little bit. Okay, nice. The PCB tablet is the PCB tablet to find out which components or printed circuit boards PCB are damaged so you can replace them. Remember that you don't always have to 3D print specific PCB components if you want to avoid too much work. You can also print an entire PCB, but this is of course a more expensive solution. Pum, 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 pum. The rover ECU configurator. With the help of this device, you can configure ECUs with the rover Zero Prey. Every time you finish the job, you have to plug the wireless configurator into the rover and use the rover ECU configurator to reset the system. Okay. The MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. This device is the main control unit of your hangar. You use it to operate the gantry crane and play retro video games. If you have any, the MCU's OS is a Martian distribution of Linux. So we are on Mars, okay. Tipsudu doesn't work on Mars. Funny. Minigame resources. Each play of one of the installed games will allow you to obtain additional resources. The amount of resources you'll be able to get while playing will depend on your final score in the game. Okay. 3D printer. Use the 3D printer to print new components and parts that you need for rover maintenance. The higher the complexity of a part, the more time it takes to print it. Try to complete your orders by replacing the smallest components possible, since it's a more economical approach. Remember that printing requires resources, or you can obtain more resources by completing quests. Okay, what are you? The Crusher. With the help of the Crusher, you can recycle bad parts and recover some of the resources. The more a part is damaged, the fewer resources can be recovered from it. The Workbench. Use the Workbench to find out which components offsets are damaged so you can easily replace them. At this Workbench, you can also clean the dirty parts. Remember that you can't analyze and repair parts which are dirty. Keep in mind that you don't always have the 3D print specific set of components. If you want to avoid too much work, you can also print an entire set, but this is of course a more expensive solution. Okay, tablet, order selector view. Welcome to the order selector view. Here you can find all orders our Connie receives. The orders come from the various companies, which means your reward and objectives may differ depending on a company you choose to provide your service to. It's usually in the world of engineering. Some orders are complex and there are ones that are even more complex. Minimum rank requirements are the complexity level of orders accordingly to your experience. Thanks to that, you never start an order that you can't complete. Hey Shiatori, how you doing? Just poking in for a bit. That's totally fine. I hope your weekend is going well. Once you have selected the task, all the important information you need is displayed on the right side of the screen. Each order has a small note that informs you what the problem might be. But keep in mind that this is just a loose insight from the ordering company. In addition, there is also information how many resources you can get for completing the order you've selected. Our engineers always do preliminary analysis of the order, so sometimes they might leave a clue of what needs to be replaced. Okay. Model name Sojourner, Coent notes. This is going to be easy. Everything seems fine except one wheel. Would you be so nice and find out what causes the problem? Parts durability 50, rank required Starman basic, resources 2000R, experience 200. Choose what type of service you would like to provide. Can I even... Passion, earning skill points, spending cassette. Okay. Okay. Let's take that job. This tab is the central point of the game. Here you can find all information about your task. The rewards box contains information about resources and experience which you can get to completing a task. The summary box contains information about how much money you have spent, except for the tutorial missions. You can finish orders without repairing the rovers. The only rule is that they cannot be whacking any parts. However, we do not recommend this method as it may backfire and you have to bear the consequences. Okay. Tabs. Let's talk about the tabs on the right. In the missing parts, you can see all of the parts that you detach from the rover that is currently being repaired. Remember that you can't finish the task before you attach all the missing parts back tasks. Here you can find all information regarding your current task, preliminary analysis. This is the same tab you have already seen in the quest selector view. Place the lift in the right space, place the rover on the lift, repair the rover, restart drivers. Wheel. Okay. Each rover is transported in a special metal container to prevent damage. During the transport, the first task in every order is to place this container on the lift. They unpack automatically. Okay. Why is it telling that I need to play the game? Okay. Left cheat and that will wall rise. Okay. Can be attached. How do I attach it? Or attach F. Okay. Okay. When you click on a vehicle on the lift, you enter the repairing view. During the repairs, you'll be using 3 different modes: assembly mode, disassembly mode, analytics mode. You can switch between them by clicking 1, 2, and 3. Note that you do not have to be in repairing view to do that. If you want to exit repairing view, just press escape. In the assembly mode, you can remove parts from the disassembly modes. The remove parts go directly into the warehouse. Exit through the warehouse tab in your tablet. In the assembly mode, you can attach the parts you have in your warehouse. The rubber repair. The working parts appear as slightly transparent. In the analyze modes, you can analyze parts and decide which parts may need replacement. The analyzed parts are different color than not analyzed. White, not analyzed. Orange, dirty. Green, perfectly fine condition. Yellow, acceptable condition. Red requires immediate replacement. When a part is dirty, you can't analyze it. In that situation, you have to remove it and clean it first. Mode indicator, you can always make sure you're in the right mode by simply looking at the icon above. With this knowledge, you can easily find the damage tool. Okay. Okay, this one seems fine. Okay. These are good. Is the rest of the wheel okay? Okay, yellow was okay-ish. They also said to find out what the problem is. So do I need to find the cause of the broken wheel or nah? Okay, disassembly. Okay. Now when you have the damaged part, you have to print a new one. We have just unlocked the 3D printer for you. When the printing is done, you attach the new wheel along with the rest missing parts taken off. Yes, don't forget to take the new wheel from the printer feed. Okay. The printer parts wheel. 30 seconds to print. In the meantime, let's recycle the wheel we have removed. It's still not available, okay. Okay, let's do this. Auto assemble. Put the new wheel in. Somehow, why am I not expecting for Mars rovers to use just like normal screws on the outside? Just doesn't seem reliable. The connector, the last thing to do is resetting the ECU. To do it, you have to use the ECU configurator you have seen before. The device connects with the rovers via a special connector that you have to plug in first. Some important things you need to know: you can plug in connector only if no parts of the rover are missing, otherwise you will not see it. You can disassemble the rover while the connector is in the rover, so always do it at the very end. If you configure the drivers and disconnect connector, then drivers will restart again and you'll have to start it. In order to stick the connector into the rover, exit the repairing view and press 2 for the assembly. If everything is fine, you should be able to stick it without any okay, I'll stick it. To disconnect the connector, press 1 for the disassembly mode. Remember, you have to be out of the repairing view. Okay. On the screen, you can reset the rover system. Your task is to create a path from the battery to the output. When you click at a blank file, the inventory panel on the left will display all the available places for that place. Then just click on the block in the inventory panel and it will be placed automatically. Red and green spots are supposed to be filled with special tiles that either add or subtract voltage. To safely reset the system, you have to reach the target voltage as shown in the top right corner of the screen. Damn, this is pretty involved. Okay. So target voltage is 8. Okay, let's try this for now. Okay, 6K. Finishing orders, congratulations, you just finished your first order. Now the only thing you have to do is to go to your tablet and select the finish order button. Then the job is done. We don't recommend finishing orders without repairing the rover, and for your own sake, the option is blocked in the tutorial mission. Okay. Here you can see a summary for the quest you have just completed. In the task box you can see how many experience points you have gained from each part of the task. This is a bonus experience. If you complete that correctly, you will additionally get experience points and resources which you have seen in the description before. The damage parts box, you can see parts which have water damage. You always have to repair all of them to get all rewards. If you do something wrong, the box displays what you have missed. We will replace the last time works just fine, but the server seems to have more problems than we previously assumed. Before you solve the wheel issue, the bearing must have sustained damage, which caused it to deteriorate much quicker. Since you already have experience with the sojourner, could you please take a look at it once again? This time it's fate. Sure. Can't I just grab it? Do I have to go through the... Oh. Okay, it was a lot easier this time. Okay, let's go to analysis. So last time we replaced this wheel. Okay, the wheel is still fine. Bearing off. Okay, I think we need to disassemble some stuff. Okay. It's good. Okay. This seems fine. Bearing cover and bearing cover. Okay, bearing and bearing cover B. Okay, there is bearing. and bearing cover B. These two are getting salvaged. Okay. Okay, we need to reset it again. And again. 5. Okay. Okay, we have plus 3. Have plus 5. No, not really. Okay. Okay. Hey, we should be able to complete the order. Objectives finished. Nice. Over. Ooh, okay, new rover Spirit. Order ID, kind notes. Now it's time for a bigger toy. As we've already got to know the rocker boogie mobility system. A rocker boogie. Okay. You should be the right person to tackle this problem. This time we're giving you Spirit, which is a much more complex rover than Sojourner. However, the suspension is the same by and large, so you shouldn't find it difficult. The rover was priorly examined and it looks like its rear engine in a wheel actuator needs to be fixed. Though I can't remember which one it was. Of course you don't. Also, why should you be remembering this kind of stuff? Okay, rain. Okay, so this is the front engine on the back wheel. Custom. Don't tell me I'll have to disassemble all of them. Door array. Okay, I guess I'll have to disassemble them. Nice. Okay, you seem fine. Pum, 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 pum. The objective perder engine RE25. So it is the engine. Where is the engine located on this? Just start disassembling stuff. Okay. How it is inside. This one seems fine. What about the other one? Pum, 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 pum. Okay, this one's bad. The part you have just removed is very complex. Printing it is not a good idea as it costs a lot and takes a lot of time. This type of robot parts we call sets. You can use the workbench to take it apart entirely. Thanks to this, you can check what needs to be replaced without actually printing the whole instrument. One more thing, remember that you cannot attach incomplete sets to robots. To work with sets, we use a special workbench. It stands next to the crusher. With this workbench, you can find which parts of set are damaged and replace them. Okay. So we need to take the actual engine apart. Nice. First of all, you have to choose the repairing mode and part you want to repair. Each part has a bar which represents its level of durability, and set is not like a typical part. Its durability is calculated differently. Durability level of the set is equal to the durability of the work part in that set. Kind of the chain is as strong as its weakest link thing. Okay. Camera works differently when you are at the workbench. You can move the camera by pressing WASD. If you want to rotate the part instead, then you have to use shift. Okay, the rest is the same like during the repairing. Okay. Okay, so we need to remove these guys. Okay, what do we have? Wheel bearing. No. Power discode. Engine something. Engine. Brushes. Okay. So we need two of these. And let's get back some of the resources. Why did they make it so you have to wait for the parts to print? Okay, what kind of games do we have? Snake. Okay, they're ready. Okay, engine and repair. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Just the bearing and the rear wheel. Bearing. The wheel. The screwing is pretty satisfying. Okay, now we need to reset the drivers. It's in the back this time. Okay. So and then -1. Okay. Everything completed. Congratulations, you're experienced enough to be promoted. Each time you're promoted, you gain skill points. You can spend your skill points in upgrade tab. Nice. Phase demontage is the time it takes to remove parts by 30% of the base time. Phase montage removes glitches from the CCD camera. Okay. next order. Oh, the opportunity again. Recently, we've been receiving distorted images from the opportunity rover. We're afraid that there are some problems with the mast's funcams. Okay. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 pam. Let's go to the crane. I'm getting very good at the crane. Pam, 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 para. Pam, 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 parara. Hmm. Okay. They set the mast camera. Yes, that. Okay. I guess I'll have to take this apart. Okay, let's go and take a look. Are you planning the PMA? Okay, is it just this guys? Or- Hi Kai, how are you doing? Dun, 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 dun. We're fixing rovers. So what's this guy? I can't believe that something that looks so fragile can travel and go so far away. The Curiosity rover, for example. Ooh. I'm doing okay. It's been a chill weekend so far. Okay, assemble. As you say, taking it to one day at a time. Okay. How's your weekend going so far? Did you play anything interesting recently? Okay, missing parts. Missing parts none. Objective, restart the drivers. Oh. Playing Warframe Marvels and tried Arc Riders. Arc Riders? The Dino game? No, that was Ark Survival. Ark Ride. What's Ark Riders? Okay, we need to get it to 4. So if I do this, it's 6. We need -2. Okay, objectives complete. No extraction shooter with robots. Okay. That sounds interesting. Opportunity was found near our third base, partially covered in dust. We guess the dust blocked the solar panel from generating steam, which is why the rover stopped and powered off. Okay, so I need to clean the solar panel, I guess. Okay, I want to go back to Gray Zone Warfare. Can't wait for 0.4 update next month. Gray Zone Warfare? So, speaking of games, I don't think I have heard. Although I'm not much into shooters, to be honest. A museum, okay. What type of games do you usually play? See. Solar panel boots. Okay, we need to clean that one. Disassemble. Craft Grains on Warframe, there are billions. Apex Legends, Dying Light, Frostpunk, Payday 2, Hero. Hey. So you prefer more of like simulator shooter games is what I'm understanding. I prefer a fun gameplay. I'm more of like a narrative story dude. Like, if a game has a good story, I don't even like necessarily need it to be to have a good gameplay. Ooh, the playing is satisfying. Oh, you are for replacement. Sure. I thought that I just need to clean you, but I guess no. Array C. Was it C? Yes, Solar Array C. Love Story 2, Witcher, Persona, Death Stranding, and many more. You're going for long games though, like both Witcher and Persona can easily take you over 100 hours or so. Okay. No, not this one. Solar Array. Solar Array C. A whole minute IRL. Ugh. Yeah, while we're waiting on that, let me go and grab a snacky. We're back. Dun, dun. Hmm. I never did analyze them, did I? This good, this good. We need to restart drivers. Okay, that one was easy. We got promoted. Carmen first class. Okay, we need to reduce the printing time. quest. Okay. The rover we're giving you has some serious problems with terrain mapping. It keeps turning into obstacles if its huscams were broken. Maybe just need a good cleaning up, but I'd be better if you take a look at this. Okay. Let's take a look at the little guy. Has come. Question is which has come? Okay, the front one is pretty bad. What about the rear? Okay, rear one is okay-ish. Okay, let's take a look at it. And gosh. Okay, how is this called? Continue more. Ascam lens. Ascam lens. Okay. Speaking of Dying Light, have you tried the last expansion of it? And are you excited for the new version? Okay. Grab the lens. Assemble. missing parts? No. Okay, reset drivers. Okay, we got to make 4. Good. Okay, 6 minus 2. 4. Objective complete. Let's go. Come on, give me a challenge. Opportunity span comes. Starts to malfunction. You're saying we've run some basic testing. It looks like silencers are okay. Which means the problem is electronics. It may be a good time to solder something in or out. Okay. Okay, let's go to investigate. Or okay, we need to remove the PMA. Okay. Let's bring the PMA to the repair table. Okay, those seems good. %17 durability. Cool. I'm confused. What part am I missing? It might be a good time to solder something on or off. Great. Problem is, I still don't have the soldering station unlocked. Yeah, I'm removing everything. And this one's good. Okay, we found the problem. Nice. PCB, you just remove PCB just like set, but instead of a workbench, you need to use a PCB table to deal with that kind of thing. Go to the PCB station. Okay. This table is similar to the workbench. Select part you want to repair and use the 3 modes just like in the repair. Disassembly, assembly, analysis. Resistor, capacitor, memory C. Okay. So I haven't soldered since high school. And what was it that we needed? Memory C and capacitor B. Memory, capacitor. Electronics parts. Memory C and capacitor B. Okay, now time to assemble this. Okay, I saw that the filters were filthy. So let's clean a bit. As an extra service. Nice. Okay, now we need to install at the back on the rover. Ah, engines, okay. Hmm. Okay. That should be everything. Just need to restart the drivers. Okay, we need to achieve 4. Hmm. So 3 minus 2. Complete order. Oh, we got promoted again, nice. Okay, next one. Good job, Connor. You just finished the tutorial. Those were just the tutorial missions? How many rovers and companies are there? Sorry, requires your attention. We were trying to analyze a piece of rock, but we needed Sojourner to go for it itself. It was then done. We realized we could not measure the hazard distance correctly. Please would be so kind to take a look into this issue. I'm sure you can think of something. Hmm. Okay. And let's put it on the lift. Do I put it with the box directly? Okay, how do I put a rover on the lift? That was never explained to me. Okay. Okay, they said that they weren't able to measure the hazard distance. Damn, this rover is in pretty good condition. Okay, laser diode projector. Okay, I guess these guys need replacing. Laser diode projector. Are they a set? No. Okay. Four of those. Ta-da-da. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Senior Starman. Okay. So you come out of the tutorial as a senior Starman. That's one heck of a training program. Can I pay something to speed this up? Why did they think it was a good idea to implement an IRL wait time for this? I get it like in survival games, cause in survival games, for example, you can put it on for it to like build and then go and do something else. Me, on the other hand, I now have to sit and wait. We also don't have like a second table, so I can like work on another rover maybe while I'm waiting for the parts to be done. Yeah, we really got to get the upgrade to lower down the printing time. Although I do really feel like printing with like different materials and stuff is the future of like where we're going. Let's put in the okay, the last part is done. We got to achieve 7 by going through to nonsense. Jesus. Okay. I am confused. Okay. Okay, it's not that. Okay, for sure we have this. Where to go from there? We can either go down, we can go up. That still doesn't solve our issue. Output block. Positive, negative power. Okay. So, Jesus. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, we should have fixed everything. Missing parts, no. Objectives, yes. Complete order. Really? That little sliver of experience? Ah. Guys, I think I'm gonna end it here for today. I feel a bit sleepy, to be honest. No energy today. It's a very chill day. So we're gonna do like a shorter stream. I'm gonna send you over to Nadja, who's one amazing little bean. We're gonna be playing Chain together with her on Wednesday next week. So go and say hi, go and send her some love, and I'll post the schedule for next week later today. Don't forget that next week on Sunday we are debuting a new model, the 0.2 debut, so don't miss out, and I'll see you guys then. Bye bye.